Hello everyone, it's Michelle Marie from Astrological Tarot, and today I am doing an unboxing of karma cards. Now, I was able to score a 1988 version, first edition of this incredible deck. It's created by, actually devised by Monte Farber. You can see it right there. And this came out in 1988, so it's over 33 years old. So I got really lucky in finding this deck. And the story behind it was I went into the bookstore, went into the little metaphysical section, and it was just on the bottom shelf, stuffed in between two books. And I went, oh, what's this red lining? And I pulled it, and it said Karma Cards by Monte Farber, and brought it home and found out that it was a first edition. So I am so excited that this deck found me, and I'm excited to do some readings for you guys today using it. So let's get this unboxing started. So this is what the cover looks like. Very 80s, very fashionable. And the back reads, you are now holding a remarkable New Age system of divination. Use it, and through the ancient wisdom of astrology, the karma cards will guide you through your daily decision making and help you communicate wisely with your higher self. So that's really cool. So let's go ahead and get this started. All right. Okay. So we've got the book along with the cards. You can see that there. It's this really pretty burgundy color. It's actually my favorite color next to purple. And there's the cover by Penguin Books, and it's a New Age guide to your future through astrology, devised by Monte Farber. Oh, and it looks like someone earmarked Neptune. Really cool. Wow, it looks very close to the karma cards that I have. This is the 2007 version. So it's very similar inside the book, but the marketing's changed a little bit. So he still goes into the houses. He goes into the, oh, there's a signature, Monte Farber. He goes into the signs. He goes into planets. Yep, he hits everything in here. So this is the same as the 2007 book. It's just vintage. Oh, and you guys have got to see this photo. Look at that. Look at that. That's Monty. That's Monte Farber. Look how young he looks. Aww. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. So you can actually follow him here on Instagram. It's at Monte Farber, and he is the genius who created these cards 33 years ago. Born in Brooklyn, New York, set 22nd of January, 1950 at 6:33 p.m. So if you want to look up his chart, you know how his information. He began studying astrology in 1974, and he met his wife-to-be, artist Amy Zerner. They're still together and absolutely adorable. I love them as a couple. She was studying astrology while I was studying her, and astrology became our language of love. Oh, that's so sweet. A true Renaissance man, Monte has culled his astrological clientele from his diverse vocations, including to, but not limited to, being a composer, performing musician, singer-songwriter, filmmaker, screenwriter, and in his own Aquarian way, a political activist. The only way the world can change is when individuals change themselves. That is why I devised karma cards, and he resides in East Hampton, New York, surrounded by art, computers, crystals, and his gardens. And they're still there. He and Amy are still there. So I want to thank Cyber Portland, Jolie Bells 444, Blessed Tarot Oracle, and Kels MCK for joining us. And go ahead and put your questions in the chat, because I am giving free readings with this fabulous vintage version, 1988 version of Karma Cards by Monte Farber. So go ahead and put your questions in the chat, and we can do some readings. But yeah, I've been using Karma Cards for years. Like I said, I have the 2007 version, and it's not my first one. So, oh, yep, they actually look pretty, the same artwork on this side. It's just the back of the cards is a little different. So you can see the kind of pretty burgundy color that they are. Oh, okay, we have a question in the chat. What's in the cards for the United States this year? If you can read for a country. Of course I can read for a country. Yeah, the United States, we've been through a lot of transformation this year. Actually, last 4 years and this year. So I think the world has, especially with the virus that hit all of us. So, okay, Cyber Portland, let's go ahead and get your question answered. Okay. I didn't sage this deck yet, so it could be a little, oh, Mercury. Okay. So Mercury, it represents Gemini and Virgo. Okay. Short trips, neighbors, you know, getting out and just hugging your friends and your neighbors again, getting out and, you know, having picnics and getting together with family, because, you know, basically Gemini represents our closest relatives, our closest friends, the people that are in our community, in our neighborhoods. So I really encourage you. I mean, Monte actually calls this the summer of love, to get out and go to the beach and have fun and, you know, get to know your neighbors again and, you know, hug and have a picnic and enjoy life and communicate, because we really haven't been able to communicate outside of our devices and through masks at the grocery store, unless you are a worker who has been on the front lines for us. And if you are, thank you very much for everything that you're doing. You've either been in your house or, you know, just trying to stay safe from this virus. So with Mercury popping up, I would say to Cyber Portland, you know, really enjoy this summer and get together with all those people that you weren't able to get together with IRL. So that's my advice to you, and I hope that resonates. Okay, Kelsmick, my birthday is April 3rd, 1969. Oh, very cool. Can you tell me anything about my chart, please? Well, I don't have your chart in front of me, but I can tell you that you are an Aries. And I can actually read what Monte says about Aries. Like, my opinion is, Aries, you guys are so fearless. The only thing you fear is fear itself. You are the get up and go kind of people. You can start just about any project and with enthusiasm. You are the leaders in your groups. You're a lot of fun. You're a little more impulsive than the other signs. So let's go ahead and look at what Monte says about Aries. Aries the ram. The astrological symbol is the head of the ram. It's the first day the sun entered the sign of the zodiac, Aries, marked and still marks the day when the whole earth felt glad to be alive, the first day of spring. So that's a beautiful time to be born. Rams, as well as other creatures, began energetic mating battles, butting their heads against each other fiercely. Everyone and everything got busy, frantically preparing for the hunting and growing season ahead. Tools were sharpened, arrows and knives, as well as plows and scythes, were readied for action in the fresh new season. So that's that action-based energy that I talked about. You can see why Aries is associated with or ruled by what we say in astrology as being the first. Aggressive acts of self-assertion like war and the angry red planet Mars, metal weapons and tools, action, pure, honest, and without forethought. That's that impulsivity I was telling you about. The part of the body ruled by Aries is the face and head. People born during the time of Aries function best when they can act on their first impulse. And I have a little triple Aries Chihuahua, and he is a very impulsive little dude. I have to be careful with him. But he's 14 years old, and that's what's kept him alive. He is a little warrior, and it's the little love of my life. So I hope that was helpful for you, Kelsey and CK, if you wanted to know a little bit about your sun sign. I don't know your moon or your rising sign, but you can always sign up and make an appointment with me, and we can talk about your chart. Okay, so Blessed Tarot Oracle, Vishal Pade, 23 now, 1991. Okay, let's see. My question is, which language course is better for my career, Japanese and Spanish? Which choice should I take between the two? Oh, what a beautiful question. Very Mercury-based question. And you are November 23rd. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and look at your question. And this is for Vishal. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome, Kels, MCK. All right. Oh, you got 2 cards. That's exciting. Oh, they got 6th house. Okay. And Jupiter. Okay. Well, I don't know where Jupiter is in your chart, but Jupiter tends to be a very good planet for most people. Okay, he is the guru of the Devas in Vedic astrology, and in Western astrology, he's also the teacher. So those two tie in together, okay? Now, Jupiter, he's a grantor of blessings, okay? So what I would do in your particular case is, if you are learning this from a particular guru or teacher, I would focus on the guru or teacher that really, really fits with how you learn, how you get out in the world. And then I pulled the 6th house. Now, the 6th house is actually, in Vedic astrology, it's ruled by Saturn. It represents Virgo in Vedic astrology. Let's see. No, actually Saturn is Libra. This is Virgo. So Virgo would be hard work. Okay, that's why Saturn loves that sixth house. He's very happy there. So this would be hard work. It would be service to others. It would be karma yoga. So think about the two languages. What is going to help you serve and do that karma yoga for the world? Which language is going to help you get out in the world and really help your fellow man? Okay, so that's what I would suggest for you. One, look at the teacher, who the teacher is, and whether or not they really speak to you and can really help you learn the language. And two, how can you use it to best serve others moving forward? Because the sixth house is also about working for yourself. So how is this going to help you if you have a small business or you're working for yourself? How is this going to help you with your contracts, with working with other people, with just doing that self-promotion kind of work? So that's what I would look at as far as your particular conundrum between these two languages. Which one is going to help you serve others, and what teacher speaks to you? Okay. And there's nothing standing in your way from learning both languages. You could do one now and the other later. It just depends on where your mental energy is at. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and do an overall for everyone in the room. I'm just going to do a basic energy read. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, wow. Very clear. Okay. So we've got the 8th house, of course. The 8th house is such a psychic house. So you guys are all psychics in some way. You're all going through amazing spiritual transformation in your lives. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. And then I got Sagittarius. So I got the 8th house. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. Okay. It's having that Phoenix moment in your life. Okay. So it represents life or death issues, getting and using power, other people's resources. Like this is also the card for inheritances after those who have passed away. Okay. But the main thing about this card is it brings out personal power, it reveals the mysteries of life, and it brings about major transformations. So you guys wouldn't be watching this unless you were on that path, so congratulations. Now, Sagittarius is a more insightful card. It goes beyond Scorpio, okay? It goes into really pinpointing your spiritual gifts. So if you're on this channel right now and you're thinking about where to channel your spiritual gifts, the energy of the universe is really supporting you right now in finding those. And we all have something different to bring to the table. Mine is astrology. I have friends that are mediums, Reiki healers, the clairvoyance, clairaudience. We all have something to bring to the table. So really tapping into and pinpointing what your specific spiritual gift is and how you can bring it into your communities and use it to help friends and family and loved ones and clients if you turn it into a business, okay? And then I got Mars. Now, Mars is kind of like that Aries energy that we were talking about. It's that get up and go, starting new businesses, not really thinking before you leap. You just do it. You're fearless, okay? So as you move into this new energy of transformation, really take on that warrior spirit, that solar plexus energy, which is, right here in our core, and have strength, take action. It literally says to drive for. So take that drive that you have to attain, spiritual knowledge and gifts and bringing them out into the world, and put a little energy behind it, put a little boost behind it, because Spirit's got your back. Okay, so be very creative. I'll go ahead and pull a card for you. Okay, Vedic. You're a Scorpio in Vedic astrology, so you are going through a lot of transformation. Okay, well, that card was definitely for you then. Let's pick one just especially for you. Okay. Oh, very clear. Okay. Mercury. Okay, so you're a talker. You love to talk. You like to talk on the phone. You like to talk on Zoom. You are a talker. And what Mercury is telling you is, just now that we're kind of getting out of this bubble that we've all been in, you can get out and be with your friends again once it's all safe to get together. And like I said, we're going to enter this beautiful summer of love. So that's something that we can all really look forward to. So I encourage you to get out, talk, be with your friends, have a good time. Spirit's really supporting that. Really, communicate and enjoy yourself, because what I'm getting is you love to talk. You love to interact with people. You're very gregarious with your personality. So I have been. Oh, good. I'm glad that that resonates. And you're very welcome, Kels MCK. Thank you for the flower. That's very sweet. Oh, and thank you for the unicorns. Be very creative. Okay, we have another one. Okay, where's crypto headed? Oh my goodness. So that's okay. You're gonna have to talk to Jeff Pulver about that one. He's the expert that I go to. And he actually has a new coin out. It's called Jeff Coin, and I accept it. It's an amazing coin. It's backed by Jeff, so you can trust it. And you know, he's the founder of Vonage. You know, he was basically doing voice over internet protocol before it was. He invented it and brought it to the rest of us. So the reason why we're able to communicate the way we are today across the internet is because of Jeff Pulver. So he's a genius. You know, he's an amazing person. And he told me that he was coming out with this coin, and I got the Wheel of Fortune 3 times in my deck. And I'm like, well, that's a given. So I went ahead and said, look, I'm on board. I'm going to accept your currency and send people my way. And it's just amazing. So, all right, let me go ahead and answer your cryptocurrency question. I don't know exactly what it was, but we'll see the direction that it's going. Okay, very clear. Okay, you're getting a few cards. Oh, these make a lot of sense. Okay. So, Sagittarius, this is telling you need to be very discerning on pinpointing the type of cryptocurrency that is for you, because I know that the market is very shady. They have people that are developing these coins that are ramping up these giant communities and saying, hey, trust me, my coin's so great. And then all these people invest in them, and then they go off into the sunset with everybody's money. Okay, just read a few articles. That's what's happening in the world. That's why I had to be really careful with, you know, who I chose to do business with. Okay. Then I got Neptune. Okay, Neptune is those rose-colored glasses. There's going to be a lot of people in this industry that will promise you the world, like I said, and not necessarily deliver. And Neptune is great at putting those rose-colored. You're going to be rich. You're going to be, you know, you're going to have a beautiful house and a car if you just invest in blah coin, you know. So be very discerning when it comes to choosing your crypto. Okay. Don't over idealize it. If you find it confusing, don't invest your money into it until you know more. Ask questions. Ask for spreadsheets. I'm a spreadsheet girl. I'm like, show me the numbers. Okay. Know the person that you're interacting with. Look them up. You know, do they have a history of theft or fraud, or are they an esteemed member in the community? Okay, that has a, you know, its own companies and can be trusted and things like that. So definitely take off those rose-colored glasses and do your research before investing in a cryptocurrency, okay? And then I get Saturn. Now, Saturn is the bringer of karmic lessons, okay? He also blocks and restricts our efforts. So what he's asking you to do is take caution, okay? Impose some limits on yourself. Don't get too excited by all the glitz and glam that's coming out of the crypto market, okay? Really be realistic about your expectations and make long-term plans and investment. Don't try to do this rich by night scheme, okay? Wait, research, implore. You know, it's just like going to your grandfather who managed to make it in life and saying, what should I do? What's your advice? Okay, it's like going to the Hierophant in the Tarot and saying, what should I do? Where should I go? Okay. So that's my advice for crypto, and I hope that's helpful. Okay, any other questions? Let's see. Oh, Kelsmick, can I have a card, please? Oh, okay, I'll pull another card for you. That's fine. All right. Okay, so just a card in general. Taurus. Okay, Taurus is actually a really good card for you. Okay, and Cyber Portland, you're very welcome. Thanks for your crypto advice. Very helpful. Yeah, you've really got to watch the market. And that actually ties into Kel's MCK. You know, Uranus is in Taurus right now. And what Uranus does is he strikes lightning into the second house material realms. These are the realms that are like our houses, our cars, our bank accounts, basically what keeps us stable here. Okay, so it's our resources. Okay, so what Spirit really wants you to focus on, Kel's MCK, is being very practical, focusing on productivity. Okay, you know, this is the time to plant your crops and then wait a season for the growth, okay? Because Taurus, they are very, they're stubborn, but that's a good thing because it makes them very practical. It makes them very reliable. These are the friends that you can go to that have taken life a little slower and really focused on the more long-term material benefits of their lifestyle, okay? So, practice a lot of judgment during this time over yourself, over your finances, over your material wealth. It literally says resulting in the productivity from. So when I said plant your crops, be patient in waiting for those resources to come, because we're living in a time right now where it feels like the world's been turned upside down on a material level. We had COVID shut down the economy. We had, before that, we had some other problems going on with the economy, and, it's been difficult to get certain jobs that pay enough money. We have to get 2 or 3 jobs to make it. So really take that Taurus material-based energy and focus it in on your long-term goals and planning toward the future, okay? I think all of us could all use that advice right now, because you never know what's going to happen, and it's good to, as Monte says, secure your base, okay? That's the Taurus message for that particular card. Okay, can I have a card, please? I am a Sagittarius Capricorn, December 22nd. Oh, very fun. You're the same week as my husband. Very cool. I love Sagittarian Capricorns. All right, so this is for Linner Erickson 1. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, well, you got 2 cards because the universe just wants you to have 2 cards today. Okay, so you got Taurus. Now, this seems to be a little bit of a theme today. Now, Taurus is all about planting your crops, being practical, looking at the material realms from a very practical, clear, and long-term purpose, okay? Monte calls this securing your base. So think about the things in your life and how you can make them last, okay? Look at your material resources. Also, what you need and what you don't need anymore. I mean, in a digital age, everything's pretty much online, when it comes to books and information and entertainment and everything else. So we don't really need these big, giant 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom houses or even bigger to live in unless we have big families. So, really think about reining in those resources and looking at how you can be more practical moving forward. And this is a great time to plant those crops. If you have a business idea, start planting those seeds, because a year from now you can expect to see some growth, okay? This is a really good time, especially with people coming out of quarantine, to start new ventures and really put yourself out there on a business front. But also think long term. Don't do anything fly by night, okay? Because Uranus is in Taurus and it's all up in the air right now, okay? And then you got Mercury. Now, Mercury is communications, okay? So maybe the business that is just popping into my head, I keep thinking business for you. There's just something career or business related to that Taurus card. It involves communications. It involves putting yourself out there. Now, we've all been on Zoom, but this could be meeting people IRL. It could be joining different groups and putting your ideas out there. It could be just marketing yourself in a different way, because Mercury does own that, the communications and thoughts and analyzation, and it's that Gemini energy. So think about how you can take those ideas that you have and be more gregarious with them, be more communicative, open up that throat chakra and share these ideas with a tribe or people you trust and see if any of them stick. But yeah, good time to plant seeds for you. And I keep getting business. So I'm not sure if that works, but that's definitely what's kicking. Oh, Camille's here. Oh, I love her. She's such an amazing human being. Oh, she's doing so many awesome things out in the world right now, you guys. You got to follow her. It's The Real Camille Cower. And it's also the E-Spot. She's got her own show. She's just phenomenal. Okay, back to work. Oh, this is Dee. Hi, Dee. Back to work full time. B is doing well. So glad Brian's doing well. I would love your cards advice. Thank you. Well, I am so glad that things are getting back to normal for you after that tower moment. That makes me really happy, Dee. Oh, very clear card from Spirit. Cancer. Okay. Cancer is all about the home. Oh, you're very welcome, Winter Erickson. Cancer is all about the home, okay? And it actually, the home, the room in the home that Cancer represents is the kitchen. It's the mother. It's nurturing. It's nourishing. It's, you know, really giving out those hugs and baking those cookies. So what I get from you is you can be a real comfort to your family. And even though you're back to work and you're out of the house, which is a very Capricorn energy, really focusing on how you can put some of that energy into your home too. It could be beautifying your home. It could just be, like I said, cooking and baking and making it a festive and beautiful experience. And now that we're kind of stepping out of this quarantine, inviting family and friends to your home, being the hostess with the mostess, and getting together and hugging again, and, you know, just really enjoying your time together. Now, Cancer also represents real estate. So if you're looking to move or change locations, this is a good energy to have, okay? Because I know a lot of us are questioning after the quarantine. We've been inside all day. It's like, well, you know, is this the house that I want to spend the next 10, 20 years in? So you might be thinking about real estate. But that said, Cancer is all about, you know, hearth and home and, you know, feeling the love of family and friends. And I get a lot of that energy from you, Dee. I really get a really big, beautiful heart, you know, a love for food and family and togetherness. So I would definitely focus on that right now and see if that brings you some joy and some light, especially after these last year and a half that we've all been through. So I really hope that that was helpful for you. Oh, Camille. Oh, you're amazing too, Camille. I would love a reading too if available. Oh, and Kelly's making cupcakes right now. That's so great, Kelly. I wish I was over there. I love cupcakes. Okay, Camille. Oh, we got a jumper. Okay, Virgo jumped out. Okay. Get another card for you. And the Sun. Okay. So, Camille, I know that you have a lot of Earth energy. You've got that Capricorn energy. You've got a little Gemini energy, which makes you an excellent business person, an amazing communicator. I mean, you get on camera and you shine. And that's where I get this Sun card. Okay. You have just the most beautiful, bright presence. You light up a room and you're very good at communicating with people. Okay. Now, Virgo is all about serving others, which is exactly what you're doing right now. And Virgo also represents the throat chakra. So you're using your beautiful presence and your communicative abilities to serve the world. And Spirit really supports that right now. So continue to do what you're doing. It's all about the details. So remind yourself that, you know, I know that you have a really busy schedule given all of the projects that you're doing right now. So keep a planner, you know, keep your Google Calendar up to date so that you can keep those details all together. You know, work on not being too perfectionistic as you go through each project and each day, okay, because Virgo can struggle a little bit with perfectionism. I know you're a Capricorn, so you keep it all business, so that's really good for you. And focus on self-care and healing during this time too, because, you know, if you're really busy out there shining for others and serving others and doing all this amazing work for these communities, it's really important to take time for yourself and, you know, take a day off, take a bath, you know, go for a walk in nature, do whatever makes you feel, go get your nails done, you know, do something that makes you feel really good and calm and just takes all of the energy that you expend doing all of these amazing projects and gives it back to you in a way. Okay, so that's what I would suggest for you. And yeah, keep up the great work. You're such an amazing human being, and I'm so glad to know you. Okay, Jolie Bells, this one is for you, and I love 444. That's such a great number. Okay, ooh, we got the second house. That's money. And the sixth house. Okay, so Jolie, this is the first house. Second house. So the second house it's ruled by Taurus, and the ruler is Venus, okay? So it's what you value, it's your resources, it's money. So whenever a planet goes over your second house, it's a benefic planet like Jupiter, you can expect some money to be coming your way. If it's Saturn, you might want to put some restrictions on those purse strings and watch where your money's going in and out. So what Spirit wants you to do is take an inventory of your resources and use them wisely. You could be getting a gift, okay? You could be getting something that kind of reminds you to keep a savings for those rainy days, but really just pay attention to what's going on monetarily for you right now. Okay, that's what Spirit's telling me. And then I get the sixth house. Okay, So the sixth house literally says a full-time job. So if you're wondering about a job that might be coming your way that's going to bring in the cash that you need to pay the bills, this is a yes. Okay. And focusing on a job that is, allows you to do a little bit at a time, allows you to serve others. Okay. Something that, and the sixth house is also working for yourself. The 12th house is all about working for institutions. It's like, working for Microsoft or Google or the government, where you don't really get to ever meet the boss. You're just part of this huge ecosystem. Okay. The sixth house is more like contract work. Okay. It's small business work. It's work using your own efforts, and it's very service based. Okay. So I hope that helps, that, you might be moving in that direction, which is really exciting given the fact that we're all moving into this new world now that we're out of this crazy quarantine that we've been in for so long. I think that's about it. So I really hope that you guys have the best week, and just take care of yourselves. Enjoy the summer of love that we have coming up. Get together with friends, get together with family, give each other hugs, and really enjoy the time that you have with your friends, with your family. You're welcome, Camille. You're welcome, Julie. You're welcome, everyone who came. Thank you for joining me on Instagram Live today. Your presence was just so wonderful, and I really appreciate the support. And yes, I hope you all have the best week, a great weekend. Take out time for self-care. Spend some time in the sun if it's sunny where you are. And just enjoy life, because that's what it's all about. So I hope you all have a great week, and I'm signing off. And thank you so much for joining me for this wonderful 1988 edition of Karma Cards. Oh, you have a great week too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you again. Blessings to you all.